Molly. Oh shit. We starting live now. What's going on? I'm welcome to Totally Blitz podcast. We're live in this motherfucker. Caught us a little off guard with that bitch, but we're talking UFC London, where Sean Brady put the beating on that boy Leon Edwards. And before we jump into it, go down and like and subscribe. Comment how y'all felt about the card, every fight, any fight. I'm Paul Pickle, and I'm joined with.
Yo, it's your boy comedian Romeo Mack, you know what I'm saying? First time back home in forever. Goddamn, yeah. Sean Brady beat the dog shit out of Leon Edwards. And I don't like Leon Edwards, even though he was on my parlay, I still wasn't rooting for him. I was like, whoop his ass. Fuck him up. I ain't give a fuck about that parlay.
But I cashed out pretty good, but I also kept it very easy. I took like the that fight, the main event to go over 3 rounds, which it did, and then like the whoever Molly fought, the Tainara chick. That was a simple, kept it simple. Like the two things I knew would happen. That's all. Oh.
Yeah, I just thought Leon would have maybe caught him with a two-piece. Like, like how Bilal did. Like, he kept catching him coming in. That's how he was able to knock him out.
See, I knew Bilal was able to outbox him because of the fucking he just has such good takedowns himself that like Sean Brady couldn't rely on his wrestling. He had to like box with him. So like Bilal just gonna outbox him.
But
But I
even when he tried to take down, Belio was like stuffing him with a uppercut. Yeah.
I thought Leon was just gonna be like, you see it sometimes where like someone's so much better, like Izzy. He's so much better on the feet that like the opponent can't even get a
Yeah,
good
right. He should
takedown
have took an
off
Izzy
because he's
approach.
getting pieced and tagged up. So I thought Leon was gonna do that. And then I think it was like the first round, Leon put his ass in a clinch and then he got reversed and got put on his back. And I was like, bro, what the Leon, what the fuck are you clinching up for? Like, keep that shit at
Yo,
range.
and who was this? One of them was Southpaw. Was it the
Um,
Philly?
yeah, it might have been Sean Brady.
Because with their clinch, I was like, Sean is killing him, and Leon's trying to get it off the break, but I was like, it's the positioning. I was like, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to think. Damn, it doesn't say which fighting stance they got, but
And then it got real bad for me. I knew the fight was over. Like in the first round, I won't say it was close, but it wasn't like an absolute ass whooping yet. And then I think it was the second round. Whenever Sean Brady does fucking beeline, as soon as the start the second round, he just tackled his ass, took him down for like 4 minutes and 58
50,
seconds.
58. I mean, damn. Or was it 57?
And either way, right? It broke the record.
Right. Broke Hamzat's record. And
Yeah.
people act like Hamzat's mystical man. That's crazy though. That's crazy though. Leon looked like shit, and I'm glad. And if y'all didn't notice, while he was getting his ass kicked, his ball spot was growing.
But it was all, even my girl was like, why do they keep showing his bald spot? They're not. I was like, bro, they
Yeah.
don't. They
That
showing
shit was
out sad in front of everybody.
that shit was growing. I was like, damn, son, it's like erasing more hair every time you that shit.
Fucking, and they'll show Sean Brady tats glistening, fucking looking
Right.
shit.
He had the Jewish thing going on. What's that, a yarmulke?
Yeah,
He had a skin yarmulke, nigga. That's
and
horrible.
I don't know what Leon Edwards does in the back stages of showing up, but people do not like Leon. Bro. Even Sean Brady afterwards is like, fuck Leon Edwards, bro. Fuck him and his
Mm.
team. Fucking like, then he did the whole gunshot thing. It was like, wait, y'all don't even have guns in London. Like this,
Yeah.
the shitting on all of them. But I don't know what Leon because Jorge didn't fuck with him.
No one does. No one likes a lame nigga that tries to be cool. No one likes that person.
Where yeah, I was like, damn, even Sean Brady could talk crazy, but fucking
Remember how Tyron Woodley used to talk about Leon? He's like,
yeah.
bro, you should retire for life. Like you got smacked up by like Jorge.
A 155er.
At that, especially at that time, he was just coming up. Like,
This is before we had the belly of my Jorge. This is still
mm,
lean machine Jorge. And but Sean Brady put on for Philly, and it would look bad for Leon because Khalil dominated him real bad, and then coming off of that, and then Sean Brady basically beats you even worse. He finishes you and like gets you up
straight
out.
up.
And at this point, it's like, damn, it's good. It's like, fuck,
And they're like, who's he gonna fight next? I'm like,
I don't give a fuck at this
does
point.
it matter? I don't care.
people be saying like UFC is not like boxing, like 1L doesn't define you. Yeah, but if you lose like that back to back, your stock plummets, right? You go from champion, like probably they wanted to market that man off so badly with that headshot dead shit, and then you go from that to like now me and you just we don't give a fuck who he fights next, right? Your time
Yeah,
is
I'm
up.
telling you, it's gonna be Buckley.
I
It's
think he
gonna be
beats Buckley, bro.
nah, fuck no. No, 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 no,
He's the
no, no.
one we'll see the
No,
levels of
no, no, no,
stand up
no.
game.
I'm gonna
He'll
tell you
do.
like I told Trey Sean Gore. I was like, y'all be disrespecting my nigga Buckley's
I like
wrestling.
Buckley.
His wrestling. That is a strong man coming from 185 to dog. He was going to fucking kill Leon.
Every time I don't know if you be seeing like the Zeus network stuff and anything like that, but there's that 20 versus one. The new guy, Aaron the plumber, he be going around talking about like he just be trying to fight people. He's bringing back the fists. Like
Mm.
he ain't shooting shit. He's bringing back the straight up. Hey, we're gonna squabble. And Joe Buckley looked just like him. So every time and he built this in, just fucking poop, poop, poop. So
Oh, I think I seen who you're talking about.
yeah, Jit just be ready to squabble.
Yeah, man. But who's next for Brady? Uh-oh, he froze.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, now we're
All
back.
right.
What
Did I
were you gonna
freeze?
say though?
I said who's next for Brady?
Uh, probably the I want to say the title shot, but also Belil just last time you fought Belil wasn't even close.
All right.
Who I don't even know at 170. I maybe you do have to make that shot. Let me pull up the rankings real quick.
Because if it's
Shavkat maybe
but he doesn't he have the title shot next?
he probably does. I think so. No, because no, didn't they give the title shot to the JDM?
Yeah, because Shavkat got hurt.
Yeah, so maybe because then I'm looking at the record and maybe it is Buckley. Maybe Buckley sneaks his way in there because Buckley's at 6, and then it goes JDM who got the title shot because Shavkat's hurt, and then it's Usman and Leon Edwards are the next two. Maybe he fights Usman, but what does Sean Brady get out of that if he beats
Yeah,
Usman?
yeah. So
And then it's Ian Gary, Gilbert Burns, Colby Covington after like he's already beat that quality of opponent at this point. Maybe he just sits back. I don't know. Maybe he
yeah,
fights Gary.
I think he got next. Pretty good performance. He's white. He's bad.
Good tattoos.
Yeah.
Fucking do they ever have they had a UFC Philly card? I can't think of, and he's from Philly. I could see that like if that'd be a market that they haven't
Not
really.
that I recall.
And Philly's
I don't ever
rowdy,
remember
bro.
tweeting that.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, and Philly's a rowdy crowd. Like in
Maybe
football,
back in the day, because they ain't came to Atlanta since Izzy won his interim
yeah.
against Gaslam.
I'm not saying that he will fight for the belt in Philly, but if Jit ends up winning, I could see them
Yeah.
having his ass become headline some shit in Philly.
Straight up.
Then we had our co-main event, which Jan losing the new man on the block, Carlos Ulberg, unanimous decision. I took your advice. I know I picked Jan on the pod, and I was big Polish power, all that. But then the more the fight, like I kept getting closer to the fight and everything. I was like, my parlay, I'm gonna be real mad if Jan's the reason my parlay's lost. So then I doubled back, did the same picks, just switched out the Ulberg instead of Jan thing, and that end up cashing. But yeah, it was a good little fight. Ulberg definitely it was a good test for Ulberg. He finally got his feet wet against a former champion, against someone who's you consider upper echelon. And Jan still showing me that he still got something. Like I don't know what he's getting paid to fight still, but it's not like he took crazy damage. And if he's making a couple
Yeah.
100,000 just to come back to fight
He needs
every,
to start slowly making his way to gatekeeper. Oberg, he did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. He just danced on him and he kept moving, yo. And Jan was so flat footed. I was just like, damn. But I ain't gonna cap. He did throw one with the lead leg with his left, threw a high kick. He missed, but I was like, yo, that went over Oberg's head, and it was fast.
there was a couple things. Because everyone had a 29-28, so it wasn't like it was completely one sided. There was a one round where he won. Uh, Ulberg kept leading the leg kick. The one thing he kept doing was just landing the leg kick. That's what to me kind of I don't know. He doesn't do anything else. Like he had a couple times where he landed a few shots to the body, a few shots to the head. But to me, this fight wasn't really as
Nah, it's very
exciting.
smart. You stay away from Jan's hands. You kick him. You got long legs. Stay away from that shit. Not to mention he was at City Kickboxing. You know, Izzy fought Jan. He probably was like, "Yo, kick that nigga."
He probably told him he's like a fucking
Yeah,
tree trunk, bro. Like he's dead.
yeah. But yeah, I knew Orberger was gonna win.
Then we had Kevin Holland getting the win over Gunnar Nelson. This was honestly one of my favorite fights of the night because I was just sitting there like, as long as that dumbass doesn't go to the mat, he's gonna win. And then midway, like, dumbass is on the mat. Dumbass is mid-air right now. He had Kevin Holland's at in a cradle. I was like, oh, this is not gonna end good. But
But see, people were laughing about that on the internet. Hey, I told y'all, I said Kevin Holland fights off his back. That's how he beat that one Brazilian, Jacare. You know what I'm saying? When he was on his back, he was fucking Gunnar Nelson up. And that move that he was in, and people were like, "Oh, he's carrying him." I was like, he had Gunnar in a fucking omoplata. If Gunnar would have did the
oh,
wrong thing, the shit would have he would have snatched his fucking shit right from his shoulder. He had that man in an omoplata. That was not comfortable for Gunnar. They was like, "Yeah, he's carrying him." Damn, I didn't go live. I was gonna say if you look at the live, um, I, I when the fight was happening, I was saying I was like Holland doesn't want to snap his arm because he Ben could have did it when he was on the floor. I was like he don't want to snap his shit because he could have did it when he had the omoplata in on the ground. All he had to do was because he had his arm over his body, and Gunner was all he had to do was push up. That's all he had to do, dog. Shit would
I
have
don't
fucking
know,
been over.
bro. You're the only one I know that said. I know everyone else I know that was done the UFC. I didn't hear anyone else saying that, bro. He
Yo,
threw.
if I had the video right now, I'd break it down in slow mo. I'd be like, look, now I'm telling you, say the omoplata is serious,
I
and the way
will say though that Kevin Holland, like he showed good defense off his back. I didn't doubt that. I just knew he wasn't gonna win the fight. If this was a BJJ rolling contest, he wasn't gonna win the fight. And Gunner was this close, even though he was getting his ass beat. He almost caught Kevin Holland with what was it, the armbar or the fucking not armbar? Was it a triangle? Someone he
yeah,
it was toward, but he ended up slipping right out of it. And Holland ended up, they, shook hands. They like, bro, you need
yeah.
to come train with us. Come, fuck Iceland. Come over here to the States. Come train with us because that was fun.
Holland's jujitsu was on point. I was so impressed by the way he had his legs positioned like this. He kept switching his legs like this and that. I was like, oh man, he just searching for the goddamn triangle, yo. And he had mad triangle attempts. So yeah. What up,
Well,
KK?
I,
what's popping?
yo, that nigga Paul got a cut.
I know. I've been staring
Oh,
at it. I wasn't gonna say shit about it.
I had to go.
see, Paul,
I had to make some moves. I had to look clean. Had a full
you
screen.
can only you can only tell when Paul is Mexican when he gets a fresh cut. You're like, oh, this nigga isn't white.
How you feeling
Oh
going?
man, oh man, it's been an interesting day. But you know how that goes. But let me know. I'm jumping in where y'all at. What fight we talking?
So we already we'll give you
Kevin, huh?
we'll give you Kev's little 30 seconds
Oh,
real quick because you missed out on the main event. So we
And the
actually,
co.
yeah, we went main event. We're just working our way down instead of up. So how did you feel about the main event where Sean Brady beats the crap out of Leon, and how did you feel
oh,
about the co-main?
he beat the shit out that nigga. That shit wasn't even slight. I was really hoping we did it the other way because I didn't watch the prelims. So I'm like, dang, these niggas but over the three fights I did watch. But motherfucking the because that's why I came in. I was like, oh, these niggas get started. All right, they can run through the prelims, and I'm gonna jump in at Raul. I'm gonna jump in at Kevin Holland.
He's like he was about to hop in there, like, damn guys, I really want to talk the prelims. I guess not.
It got my ass kid. But for the main event, it was simple. It should only take 10 seconds to go over. Like Sean Brady beat the dog shit out of Leon Edwards. And it's 100% like, yo, you got to be nice at everything in this sport, especially at this weight class, is what it's showing. You can't just be great at striking and have decent at everything. No, you need to be an all around. In this weight class, you need to be an all around fighter because Bilal got something for you, and motherfucking for fighting out Sean Brady got shit for you too. And like the only other fights I want to see at that fucking weight class is because they said JDM is getting the next title contest. So JDM's
Sean
getting the shit.
Oxford.
Yeah, JDM is getting the title shot. I need to see motherfucking Sean Brady and Shavkat, and then motherfucking the winner of that gets the motherfucking next type shot type shit.
Yeah, Shavkat was supposed to get a title shot. Me and Romeo actually discussed potential opponents for Brady, but it was like Shavkat got hurt, so JDM kind of skips the line. And then we're like, we don't give a fuck. And then worst part was is like how we were talking about Leon Edwards went from champion, headshot dead to we don't give a fuck who he fights next. Like he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he had his two good fights. I mean, that shit low key showed us that if Kobe was in his prime, like if it was the Kobe that fought Kamaru, he low key probably would have destroyed Leon in that fucking fight.
And
Or
then
the one that fought fucking Woodley.
yeah.
Yeah,
And how
yeah.
did you feel about Carlos Uber getting the dub over the big young Polish power?
Man, I be forgetting that Carlos Ulberg is CKB. So you feel me? That nigga's my dog for life. You feel me? CKB shit, you feel me? But
They
that
got
nigga,
themselves a Brazilian.
that nigga Izzy gave. I was listening to this. I was like, yo, this fight is not as close as I expected it to be. Like I thought Jan was gonna be able. Jan only went for one shot. Motherfucking like this fight did not go how I was expecting it to look. And then somebody was talking about like Izzy gave Carlos Oberg probably the game plan. They say, yo, and no outside leg kicks, inside leg kicks. Like we not letting him wrestle. We gonna keep it kickboxing. Like and he fought the fight that he knew he could win. And now Oberg is looking like, I might be probably one fight away from really being able to say I want the next title shot.
And then you're catching now you're all caught up with us. We're just talking Kevin Holland, Gunnar Nelson.
Oh, Big Gunny got his ass. But see, this is what happens when Kevin Holland takes shit serious.
Yeah, Kevin Holland also dropped him. Was in the first round where I think the announcer said that he was out cold for a split second, Gunnar Nelson, but somehow or another the fight didn't end. And then,
Oh fuck, I didn't know
but
that.
from there was whenever Kevin Holland just sliced him down.
So Romeo, let me know, man. How did you feel about Kevin Holland's BJJ?
Oh, you
Allow me again, because I just went all the way into it with Paul.
yeah,
So,
you don't know
so
what the fuck you just asked, right?
right, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Kevin Holland, he's got no problem fighting off his back. You know what I'm saying? He prefers to be on his back. He likes that. You know what I'm saying? He likes having people in his guard because he's so long. When you're that long, pause. With his legs and
I've been
shit.
waiting for it. I was like, he's not just gonna pause this.
I'm a old nigga, man. I ain't got time to be pausing no more.
No Diddy.
Right. They be like, you didn't say pause. I'm like, I want you. That's why, nigga. I
you
like
finna
you and I want you.
you finna run into a Riley from the Boondocks talking about some. How am I supposed to know you're not a homo?
But yeah, Kevin Holland, his jujitsu was on point, son. And like I was telling them, because they was like, oh, like the internet was saying, like, oh, he was carrying Holland. I was like, bro, he had that man in a fucking omoplata, dog. He didn't want to break that man's arm, dog. Watch before he gets up. If you watch that part, yeah, now go 20 seconds before.
Oh, this is just the screenshot I had on my phone I sent to you, and I was like, "Dumbass is in midair."
He could be midair. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Look at Kevin Holland.
This
Look at Kevin Holland. He ain't
this
about
is
it.
what Romeo said. This is right where Kevin wants him. Kevin got it right where he wanted.
What did Gunnar do? That's exactly where he had him in the omoplata, though. Now, he was getting out the omoplata there, but Gunnar was tired because he had all those takedown attempts and it didn't work. And now he's carrying Holland. Holland was chilling. Holland wasn't tired. And the only reason he got there is because Holland didn't want to break his shit on the ground. If you look when they were on the ground.
No, this is back to photos. Look at the smiles. This is just guys being guys.
Yeah, look at the triangle on that nigga arm.
Oh, he does got a nice little fucker.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yeah.
Now, before he lifted him up, if you see how Kevin Holland's holding his elbow, that Gunnar's arm, his forearm and shit, was going towards Kevin Holland's face.
Yeah, before you Romeo was breaking down that Kevin Holland could have snapped his arm, but Kevin Holland was a nice guy.
He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. I was like this. Oh my God, no, I can't watch. Because I know what comes with an omoplata, man. And then also, the way he was doing his legs when he was on his back, he kept switching like this. First it was one leg like this, and then it was another leg. He kept going. Kept keeping that man in triangle threat, yo.
Mhm.
Amazing.
My,
Amazing.
my favorite part of that fight though was the fact that there was like multiple points where Gunnar Nelson had either full mount or just top mount, which is on top. But Kevin Holland was still doing more damage. Gunnar Nelson would just get the position and like kind of like scoring, like try to like set something up. Meanwhile, Kevin Holland's doing fucking ear slaps, fucking uppercuts,
Dog,
fucking
Kevin Holland went like this.
double
He went
punches.
like this.
Like, I was saying, and like even the commentators are like, I don't know how you judge this. Like he has control time, but Holland is the one punching. Like, I don't know.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But good show.
Another thing about Kevin Holland, this me now judging his performance. I mean, I understand why he didn't, but he should have. It would have ended a lot. He could have ended the fight. Kevin Holland does not do the 12-6 elbows.
No, I feel like a lot of fighters were trained not to throw the 12-6 elbows because of the rule set. And even though like it's now not against the rules, it's just like, it's like almost instilled in your training.
Yeah, but someone in his corner should be like, yo, throw that shit out, nigga. His head's right there. Bust his shit open. He ain't got no hair.
Bro,
once they ass elbow, nigga.
Bro, once motherfuckers start practicing 12-6 elbows, oh my god.
Terrence McKinney need to start practicing that shit, bro. He's long as shit too. Like Jalen Turner, Terrence McKinney, Kevin Holland, like these long, lengthy, sharp elbow motherfuckers.
Yeah, Kevin Holland specifically because he prefers to fight off his back.
But hold on, before we get to the next fight, do you mind if I hijack for a second?
Oh, go right ahead.
Bro, the reason why I didn't fucking watch this card like that, right, was because I knew I had to watch the NCAA finals for wrestling. Boy, that shit was lit. Oh my God. See, Romeo, you a BJJ ass nigga. We respect that. Paul, you a striking ass nigga. We respect that. My ass is an American wrestling ass motherfucker. I don't ever root for the American wrestlers in MMA for some reason. But and I think I always root against the Russians for some reason, but I swear I love this wrestling shit like a motherfucker. Because that NCAA finals was crazy. First off, a nigga won became a 5-time NCAA champion this year. There's only 4 years of college.
That boy had that COVID extension or something.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
That shit, bro. That shit had me fucked. Because at first I was like, oh, they must be missaying it. Because before they're like, oh, they're saying, oh, he's a 4-time. I'm like, he's going for his 4th one. Stupid. Duh. And then next thing you know, everybody's going crazy. Oh man, Big 5, first ever in NCAA history. I'm like, of course, there's
first
only 4
ever
years.
and only time it'll ever happen, they said.
Bro, there's only 4 years, but it's pretty insane to think that you won that. Because even that finals match, you only won 4-2.
Oh,
so like, it's not like all he did was get a takedown.
It was hard to watch, man. I ain't gonna lie. I seen a clip of that, and I'm like, wow, wrestling really comes from raping people.
I'm fucking dead. You know what's funny?
That's where Greco-Roman wrestling comes from, holding men down to rape them.
So back to what I was saying, the NCAA finals were stupid lit, kid. Because I'm not gonna history check that nigga. Because I low-key believe him because they did used to do this shit naked. So
1,000 years ago, motherfuckers were freaky. So
yeah, that was a whole.
They're freaky now. You didn't see when he finished them? The guy was struggling, like, don't rape me. He was like,
hey, we're gonna take this.
He laid him flat.
Wrestling is a beautiful art form, so we're gonna skip all that rape shit.
But this, yeah.
But that shit was
episode
fine.
of South Park?
My boy Wyatt.
Bruh, Wyatt Hendrickson is the craziest. Oh, shout out my nigga Jesse Mendez. That shit was fine. That nigga was down fucking 5 points to the nigga that he's already lost to. Because this is the best, because this is the parts that niggas don't see.
Kev, does DC normally commentate it, or is he just
that was even better? See, I was gonna get into that.
Or is he commentating now because he like his name has grew with the UFC television?
Yes, bro.
I think he grew with ESPN.
Yeah, he grew at ESPN, and ESPN
but that's what I'm saying, like, his name has grown to now he's the UFC guy for the ESPN. Like he's one of the select.
Yeah, I could see that. I think
I get what you're saying. In
any other situation, I think they low key calling John Anik first, but he is a wrestler, so I think that's why. Because I think he went D3, so that's the reason why they had DC, and he did a great job because niggas.
And he went to the Olympics.
Oh yeah, he did go to the Olympics.
Yeah,
niggas was hating though. I'm talking about niggas was hating on DC. Hating. He's not supposed because it's white people in wrestling. So it's like, man, what the fuck does he know about wrestling? Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, this nigga fucking beat the shit out of 90% of his fucking competition with wrestling.
Not even that. This nigga is a wrestling coach. Like, what? He
It's
coaches wrestling at the high
bruh,
school.
every black one person that won came up to DC and dapped him up afterwards because this nigga is known in this sport. His kids do this shit. Like, so, but here's where the Wyatt Hendricks is coming. So I appreciate you, Paul. But shout out to nigga Jesse Mendez. That nigga is him. But Wyatt Hendrickson did 4 years in the Naval Academy. This motherfucker, Trump is in the building. This motherfucker comes out with a motherfucking American flag and takes the walk. And then it looked even bad because they want any reason to hate on niggas. So Gable Stevenson says something to his ass because Gable Stevenson is the Olympic champion, two-time NCAA champ. But that's 2021, and 2022. It's 2025, baby. You did the WWE next shit. You got onto the Buffalo Bills, and you were winning that fight, that match. But when he got that takedown with 30 fucking seconds left, his takedowns are 3 points in college, so he was down 4-2, ends up winning that bitch 5-4. Was insane. Even everybody, you can see the background. Everybody in this bitch is going stupid in the
All I
in
seen
the
was
arena.
Gable on the floor looking like he didn't want to get raped. That's all I seen. I was like, no.
You
He
go
was like,
shut the fuck up with this rape shit. Like,
bro,
stop that.
just look at
Stop that. Stop that. This is a beautiful art form. You
it
bringing
was a
some gay
whole
shit
different
into it.
thing from
So
because the first time I went to jujitsu, I was like, this is pretty gay. But
then
this
you
was
stop that. You stop
a
that.
whole
You stop,
different
and then
thing.
you stopped it. But I just wanted to hijack the show for a second. That shit was fine. Shout out the fucking NCAA
Wrestling's
motherfucker
not gay
every
though.
year.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying wrestling's gay.
I don't know. Like,
I'm just saying it look I was like,
if,
wow, you could tell where it came from.
okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. But let's finish this card, man. I just had to hijack for a second. The next time we'll watch your NCAA finals because something crazy always happens.
Matt
Next
Man.
time someone's
I thought that
gonna
was
get
so
raped.
because I never heard of Matt Madness till like two
Really?
years ago.
Matt Madness.
Yeah, that
Yes.
shit was kind of dope because March Madness goes on, and then like
So
fuck March Madness, it's all about Matt Madness. I was like, what? And
Fuck that. MMA Madness. Let's go. That's our new channel.
I was like, oh, this shit.
oh, that would be so hard if we did. We'll get into that.
But and then probably the last fight we're gonna cover on this card, the retirement fight from Molly Meatball McCann.
She retired?
She's out of there. Pack your shit up. Get the fuck on. But I don't even something like that. It's been a long time coming.
No way.
For fucking, I was doing the fuck. I was crit walking through the
Not crit walking.
I was fucking Daisy had old girl talking on the mic, and I'm looking in the background. I'm like, is Molly's meatballs gloves off? Are those her? Is she? And then it turned to her. I'm like, oh, they let her talk. Oh, and then she said, oh, I can't do it no more. Oh, I gave it all I got. This isn't UFC caliber. I respect that she does admit that, like,
she sucks.
Yeah, she don't got it. She goes, this isn't fair to the fans and to the people who want.
Nah, but she kind of tried to shit on the bitch too, like on some like, well, if I can't beat this bitch, then I don't need to be here. It's like, nah, bitch, you suck.
First round submission, fucking easy peasy. First ever time I bet on a spread in UFC. I didn't know what the spread. It was -3.5. Like I don't know what that means, but I was like, I just know Molly's definitely
-3.5 rounds.
Oh, on the point problem. Okay. Well,
Wait,
I don't know.
3.5. You mean 2.5? Because it was only 3-round fight.
It was -3.5. Probably like I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I saw this. I was like, I don't know how spreads work in UFC, but I know this bitch is gonna cover it against Molly. First submission, spread covered. But yeah, Molly's up out of there. Alexa Tainara, first round submission, and she did it easily.
We definitely called them.
Let's not forget neither. I gotta add my 2 cents on the sexual side. It was very hard to be attracted to her. Her walkout, I was like, they're hating on her because she's black. But I was like, go ahead, girl. She had black girl magic, Brazilian style. She was dancing her little ass off, but she didn't have the body. But she kind of had the ass. And if you couldn't tell during the fight, you could tell during the celebration when she did a goddamn nosedive onto the ground and started throwing it.
Yeah, she did.
It looked like she was getting fucked by a
bro,
ghost.
Do you see this nigga's face right now? This nigga's lip is. This nigga is relipping this shit. This nigga's imagining that octagon is the middle of a club. And he's just like, yo, I'm gonna fuck that bitch tonight.
And she was looking back at it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
this nigga was impressed.
I was like, wow. Because first when she jumped on the floor, I was like, oh, she about to pull a Johnny Walker and fuck her shoulder up. But I was like, oh no, she's not finna dislocate her shoulder. She's finna dislocate her buttocks.
He's about to throw that thing.
That thing, yeah. KK, you ain't see it? Y'all ain't see it?
I ain't see
I
it.
know exactly. But
Yeah.
like, we both saw the same thing, but I'm telling you, like the way you explained it and broke it down is completely different, bro. That boy Romeo, in movies, like we see like the hot girl walking down the hallway, everyone sees her normal, but there's that one person, it's like slow mo, wind blowing,
Got
fucking
the hearts in the background.
background and shit. Fucking
Music, great music in the back. Oh
yeah,
man.
that was bro. He said she's fucking nosedive. I know the way he started
Yo, she
looking.
nosedive, son. Straight did
That
that
nigga,
shit.
that
I was
nigga
like,
talking about
yo,
some
she
lit.
like did the 2025 Crybaby, son. There used to be a dance move called the Crybaby back in the day.
We know what the fuck the crybaby is.
He said,
She did a whole different one, man. That shit, she did the damn that ass. She was throwing the ass. She wasn't humping the floor. She was throwing the ass. Looked like she
oh
was getting
man.
fucked by a ghost, man. I seen that shit on one of those movies.
I'm fucking crying. The movie was scary movie too, y'all.
And Alexa Tynar, I will
Yeah.
say, it was a good. It felt good because this will be the last time we get the bet against Molly because I felt like that was always an easy parlay leg was the Molly's got an opponent, Molly's a favorite, bet on the dog
And I'm happy she lost to a black woman.
on the way out.
Yeah, because she doesn't like black people. She doesn't say it.
I'm
Her,
fucking
con-
crying.
her country barely has them. Like
They have Leon. They have Leon. Leon's
they don't like Leon.
It
Trust,
was not
man.
they
right for Leon.
don't. They don't fuck with
They be
Leon.
trying to act like they
They,
like Tommy Aspinall.
they do. I fuck with Tom. I low key
Michael
fuck with Tom
Bisping.
Aspinall. I fuck with Tom Aspinall more than Leon, truthfully. But maybe I'm just what do they call them niggas? Coons?
No. Leon, he's cool. Look. No one likes Leon. I told Paul earlier. No one likes Leon because he's corny and he tries to pretend like he's cool.
And
y'all ever been around that person? They're
he
at your
got
job.
fat ass
They're
bald.
at your school. Yeah, that's what I'm
Nah,
saying. Like,
I think Leon is just not. I think you guys call him corny, but he's like one of them homeboys that's like hilarious to like just the homies.
no,
Like
no.
him and his homies probably only laugh. Like I
Yeah,
promise
and
these
him and
niggas
his
probably.
homies probably fucking like shower together. Like, and
Where does
they
that
be
come
like, it's
from?
not weird. We have bathing suits on.
Where does that come from? Is that something you
Yeah,
have to do one?
that boy
No,
Roman
that's just I'm
projected.
Aren't
just
you?
looking
Aren't
at.
you? Aren't you from the time where niggas showered in middle school and high school after PE?
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't shower with those people. But you know it's
I,
weird.
what?
No, I showered at home. But the weird white kids would, the weirdo ones, they're like, yeah, come on. I'm like, you guys not going home?
But you know
Bro,
who else was there? Leon.
I'm not showering nowhere.
hey,
Leon's
but
I remember they used to slap each other's butts in basketball, like tryouts and stuff. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
You ain't never told someone a good game with a little smack on the ass.
Look, first off, I feel like it takes more energy to drop my hand than just to while I'm in running, just to go like that, like on their shoulder. For me to wind up, because this is the only way I slap ass. Like
Yeah, he winding up on it.
that's
Crazy.
the only way I slap ass.
I can attest to that. I've seen him slap. I've seen him at the club before.
Man,
I was slapping ass in there.
I think I
grown,
see you slap that fat bitch's ass
grown
one time.
Oh
rotator
yeah, I
cuff.
definitely did. Yeah, yo, that
But
bitch, her sweat
but
nice.
we not gonna get into that. But hey, shout out fucking Dash. You know what's so fire about this shirt, Romeo?
Hey,
I
that's the
realized I wore it to the gym today, but I realized it has my birthday on it.
Oh
hey,
yeah.
yeah. It was your
I was like,
birthday.
oh, this is my new favorite shirt. I was like,
Yo, is
my
your
whole,
camera moving? What the fuck this
oh
nigga
yeah,
doing?
come on.
Yeah, it
You're not
follows
in
face right
you're not
face.
in, you're not at 25 yet? You ain't got no tracker?
Bruh, I'm old, nigga. I'm satisfied with 1990 tech.
Oh man,
Okay.
this nigga has an MP3 player, y'all.
All right. I was just
But
talking. I was like, when they bring in chat rooms back.
dang, they low key here. But before we slide, I do want to ask y'all. So this is funny. My dog, I always watch the MMA Weasel. That's my favorite YouTuber right now, right? And he's so funny because he always usually comes in the car. Man, this was a banger of a car. Oh, yeah, this car was all right. This nigga walked into this car and said, "Wow, there's a lot of decisions."
Yeah, it was.
How did y'all feel about the pacing of this car? Because I was actually shocked when I got home and I was able to make it for the Kevin Holland fight. I was like, "Yo, how long was this fucking car?"
There wasn't a single knockout. There were submissions, but no knockouts this card, which was just kind of weird.
I'll tell you what I liked about this card when it comes to that crowd. They didn't boo, but nigga, when they were not happy, they did not cheer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did not cheer. There was no booing. There was no boo. But boy, there was points where I was like, do they have the crowd muted? Like when the
Oh
black girl was
wow.
walking out, that's why I was like, oh, they're hating on her. They
Yeah,
didn't
no,
boo her, but boy, they didn't say shit.
Because this is at the
they booed Sean Brady, I want to say. When he came out, didn't he catch some boos?
I don't listen to what the sound on.
Maybe he did, but for the
But
most
that's the
part,
only
that
one I agree.
card,
But there wasn't many boos. Like even during the fights, during slow points, they didn't really even
yeah.
boo. It was very,
So to me, that
very
crowd
good.
wasn't live. They were live for like happy moments and stuff, like Kevin Holland's fight. They were lit for that. But like that crowd, because I like watching UFC where the crowd is aggressive from the first fight. I forgot
I
where they
fuck with.
were not too long ago. I was like, this crowd is not fucking around.
I
And it was one
forgot
of those
he
days the judges was fucking up too.
remember
Oh man,
remember remember the first year when this nigga would not stop putting respect on UFC Austin. This nigga like, yo, bro, ain't no fucking, I don't know, bro. These niggas ain't got shit on UFC Austin.
I still feel like that.
no,
Bro,
Austin
I
was
remember,
crafty.
bro,
Kai Car France.
Austin was stupid lit, but like it was just there were so many good cards, and then this nigga we're doing the thing. He said, "Oh yeah, UFC Austin, definitely." I'm like, UFC Austin didn't pop up on a single fucking top
Everyone
five
else got pay per. It's
award
all pay
show
per
I
views,
saw.
and then this man got one fight night card. He's like
Like,
UFC
like,
Apex.
and then his fighter of the year was like Joaquin Buckley, and I was like, bro, who made this nigga's list?
Bruh, that card had like 14 fights with like 11 knockouts and like 2 submissions. That card was too lit, nigga.
That had the
And
Austin.
the crowd was not fucking around.
Crowd did not fuck around.
Well, we're getting a little off track. We appreciate everybody for watching. UFC London was a decent card. We're gonna go. It's crazy. They're going from UFC London to UFC Mexico. That's a fucking fat ass jump in.
Niggas did not get to go home. Like whoever had to set shit up did not get to go home. They was like, yeah,
No.
we'll see. Just go straight to Mexico, bro.
John Anik, too. He was like, fuck it.
So
That's why DC ain't go.
Facts. And he was busy with the mat. But yeah, now we'll be back for you covering UFC Mexico. Brandon Moreno, Steve Urseg. Shout out Sean Brady putting the beats on Leon Edwards. We'll be back once again. If y'all didn't know, now y'all know. I'm Paul Pickawinner, Kev Waterboy Savoy, and as always,